So thank you so much for keeping it KTN Farmers TV. This is Get It Right, and the topic we are discussing today is the impact of the usage of pesticides and fungicides in the agriculture sector. And with us is Joseph Ongeri. So Joseph, before we went on our break, we were talking about the measures that farmers can use to control the spread of pests and diseases. So what is the primary information that every farmer needs to know before they can handle any pesticides?
The farmer needs to know that before he handles any chemical, he needs a training. And if he doesn't have that training, he should start handling the crop when he's well protected. He should use the PP, the protective equipment, such that the chemicals do not come into contact with him. We advise them to use the gumboots. And if he's going to do the spray, he needs a spray suit which does not allow the penetration of any chemical in case of spillage. Then he needs the respirators which does not allow the direct entry of any air when he's breathing.
So we have talked about the handling of the pesticides and how the farmers or the handler can be able to protect themselves. But we also need to think about the consumer who will consume these crops. So what are the remedies to ensure that these toxic chemicals will not end up in our system once we consume the foods that have been grown?
Yeah, Susan, now you are reminding me to talk about the PHI. PHI means post-harvest interval. This is the time a produce takes to be consumed after the spray, after it has been introduced to the chemical. So we have a standard time that has been set by the World Health Organization that ensures that once the spray has been done to a produce, a specific spray, and each spray or each pesticide has got its own PHI interval. Most sprays take about 14 days. Before the harvest, they have to calculate it backwards, such that they know maybe next week on date 10, I'll do my harvesting. Then before now and that time, what is the time range before you do the harvesting? Maybe finds he has a space of 15 days or less than 15 days. He goes to his program, which chemical will come out of season after it has out of the system after it has been sprayed. So he finds chemicals that falls within that range. That's where you say that most people are saying that chemicals are cancerous. They are if the whole system is not followed properly. Mostly if the farmer can mess up to himself and to his consumers. So this area needs really our farmers to be honest when they are doing the sprays. It's unlike in the international market. Once you export your produce to the international market, before they sell this to their consumers, they have to do the PHI test. They have to test for the residue level. So if they find that your produce has got some chemical residues, you will be banned. But you realize in Kenya, it's from the farm to the market, to the consumer. There is no really a place where your produce is going to meet the tests.
And that sounds like a very big responsibility to farmers. And I wish that all the farmers that are watching us today will be keen to make sure that before their produce can get to the market, that indeed they have followed the processes as required. Okay, so what information do the pesticide handlers need to know when it comes to disposing of these cans?
Yeah, Susan, NEMA has given directives and the regulations on how to dispose the empty containers after use. We also have, a farmer might have an obsolete pesticide, or he might find at one time that before he uses the chemical has been banned, so they remain in the store. So we have a way of disposing this. I don't encourage, even the government does not encourage our farmers to do the disposal by themselves. The government has licensed some incumbents who do the incineration, they burn these empty containers at very high temperatures, which farmers themselves cannot do. So we encourage our farmers to make contracts with these disposal companies who have been registered by the government. By doing so, you lead away all the empty containers, maybe which could be around and might contaminate even our foods. Sometimes the NEMA has allowed the farmers to make the sock pits in the farm. The sock pits are built by experts who use the standard ways by using the activated charcoal, and then after the use, maybe you are washing the tanks after the spray. These washes are directed to the sock pits. So make sure that your sock pits are away from the drains to the source of water.
And in the case where a handler gets poisoned, what should be the first aid action taken?
It has been attended in almost everywhere that when one gets poisoned, maybe after taking the poison, you see people running with antidotes or coming with milk and giving the water. It's not allowed in this case because some first aid remedies does not allow one to be given milk, one to be given water, one to be done anything. What you only do, what only ask our farmers to do, is to take the poisoned person away from that area where he has been poisoned. Take him away where he can get free air, then unloosen the tight clothes. Take the patient with the container to the doctor for diagnosis of the right antidote to be given.
Right.
Yes.
What would you say are the most common mistakes that farmers are doing that could be harmful to the environment when it comes to pesticides and fungicides handling?
If, Susan, you walk around in most farms, you will see containers of pesticides everywhere in the farm. That means our farmers are lacking information. So we are really intoxicating the environment. So our animals are not safe. Our environment is not safe. Our human life is not safe. This kind of farming using the pesticides has been mishandled, and that is why we have an outcry of diseases.
So what you're saying is proper handling of the pesticides. This is during the application and also after application is very important, first of all to the human health and also to our environment. So thank you so much, Ongeri. I think that was a very insightful episode, and I'm sure there are people maybe who would want to contact you for more information on the same. How would they reach you?
I'm always available on a phone call. My office is in Kitegela at Stageview Plaza, ground floor, first floor, room number 3. You can also call me on contact 0707 298397. You can also follow on my Facebook page, which is Agronomy Services, and I'm always available at your call. Thanks.
So thank you so much for keeping it KTN Farmers TV. We've heard from our experts today that farmers need to be very responsible as these chemicals residues on crops could be very harmful to our health. I am your host, Susan Mwangi. Until next time, it's bye-bye from us.